Bitmine shareholders approved all 4 proposals at the January 15, 2026 annual meeting, including re-electing directors and increasing authorized shares from 500 million, 50 billion. 81% of votes cast supported that amendment. That change gives Bitmine broad flexibility to issue new shares. In a January 20, 2026 press release, the company reported combined crypto plus cash plus moonshot holdings of $14.5 billion, anchored by 4,203,036 ETH, 193 BTC, and $979 million in cash. It also disclosed a recent $200 million investment in Beast Industries. Bitmine has 1.84 million ETH staked already and is rolling out Maven, Made in America Validator Network, a staking infrastructure product designed to turn idle ETH into recurring staking revenue. The market reacted. Shares slipped modestly, about 0.7% to $28.05 in late morning trades, as Ether's own price fell roughly 2%, illustrating the double-edged nature of being a crypto treasury stock. On January 15, 2026, Bitmine's annual meeting in Las Vegas produced 4 wins for management. Directors were re-elected, the board won approval of a charter amendment to increase authorized shares from 500 million to 50 billion, a 2025 omnibus incentive plan was approved, and shareholders nodded at a performance-based compensation arrangement for the executive chairman. The share increase vote carried 81% of votes cast and represented a majority of outstanding shares voting in favor, not a squeaker. Why this matters? An authorized share increase is procedural but powerful. It does not immediately issue shares, rather it expands the company's legal ability to issue new shares in the future. That's flexibility, option grants, secondary raises, stock-based M&A, or a share split. It's also, bluntly, a tool that can be used for dilution. Investors need to watch how management uses that firepower. Imagine your favorite pizza parlor decides to print 100x more gift certificates. The gift certificates still need customers to buy them and redeem them, but suddenly the owner can hand out certificates to partners, employees, or to raise cash quickly. That's great if the certificates are actually used to grow the business. It's less great if they're printed and sold to pay the landlord. Given the company's goals, building Maven, investing in businesses like Beast Industries, and continuing to accumulate ETH, management will argue the extra shares are necessary optionality to scale quickly. Whether shareholders like that depends on trust and track record. By the way, if you are getting value from this video so far and want more like this, please like the video, it means much to us, and hit the subscribe button, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. The Treasury, $14.5 billion backstop. On January 20, 2026, Bitmine released an update showing crypto plus cash plus moonshots equals $14.5 billion, with the big pillars being 4,203,036 ETH, valued at $3,211 per ETH in the filing, 193 BTC, and $979 million of cash. They also disclosed a $22 million stake in Aitco Holdings, a moonshot, and a headline $200 million investment into Beast Industries. Those figures make Bitmine arguably the largest public Ethereum treasury on Earth. Put in plain language, the company is basically a publicly traded vault that holds millions of ETH, some BTC, a near $1 billion of cash, and a few speculative equity bets. The value of that treasury will swing with crypto prices. When ETH goes up, Bmnr's balance sheet looks glorious. When ETH drops, the stock must wrestle with a shrinking asset base and headline risk. Concrete comparison. Holding 4.2 million ETH makes Bitmine a bigger ETH holder than many small countries' reserves. At the time of the report, the tokens represented 3.48% of the circulating ETH supply, big enough to make headlines and to affect perceptions of token supply dynamics. Why investors care about the cash line? The near $1 billion in cash gives Bitmine short-term runway to buy more crypto opportunistically, fund Maven rollouts, or place strategic investments, including the reported $200 million in Beast Industries. That tactical flexibility is part of the investment case. But remember, cash can be spent, invested, or diluted away. The $200 million Beast investment and moonshots. Bitmine disclosed a $200 million equity investment in Beast Industries, the content/creator ecosystem often associated with Mr. Beast-type businesses, as one of its strategic moves to diversify exposure beyond pure crypto. The company also listed smaller moonshot equity positions, e.g., $22 million in 8Co holdings. The logic: if Bitmine holds a massive crypto treasury, it can seed or buy into high-growth businesses that could provide asymmetric upside and diversify earnings. Why this raises eyebrows? Strategic investments can create optional upside, but they also take cash off the balance sheet and introduce new operational risks. A $200 million stake is meaningful relative to Bitmine's nearly $1 billion cash position. It signals conviction but also reduces liquidity if ETH were to slump and the company needed cash. It's like finding out your neighbor not only owns a gold mine, but also bought a food truck. Great diversification, unless you're counting on selling the gold to fund your mortgage. Timing and execution matter, and these huge announcements set the pace to $9,000. Market reaction, price moves, volatility, and liquidity. When the filings and press release landed, the market reaction was relatively muted. Bitmine shares dipped roughly 0.7% to about $28.05 in late morning trades after the announcement, while Ether fell 2% that session, amplifying balance sheet volatility. That combination, share increase vote plus sweeping crypto exposures plus a falling ETH price, is exactly the sort of headline that prompts knee-jerk trading. Important nuance: Bitmine is also one of the most heavily traded U.S. stocks by dollar volume. Recent 5-day averages put it among the top 60 by dollar volume. That liquidity means big buys or sells can happen fast, which can be great for traders but tricky for long-term holders who prefer less daily noise. What to watch next in price behavior? ETH price moves, shifts the NAV under the company. Dilution signals: any future secondary offering or equity issuance could compress per share value. Staking cadence and Maven revenue, confirmation of recurring income would make the stock look less like a pure crypto bet. The dilution question: should investors panic about 50 billion authorized shares? A big authorized share bump gets headlines because it could lead to dilution. But two technical points are crucial. Authorized is not equal to issued. The company now can issue up to 50 billion shares, but until the board actually issues new shares, via sale, a merger, or employee grants, nothing happens to your current stake. The vote is permission, not an immediate printing press. Context matters. Why did management push for this? They say it's to enable corporate actions, large investments, stock-based incentives, M&A, and splits, as Bitmine scales its treasury, staking product, and strategic investments. That's plausible given a company trying to quickly build Maven and make sizable equity investments. The risk is how generously shares will be used. If the board issues new shares at attractive prices to outside investors, the market might welcome it. If they issue shares to insiders at low prices, that's a different story. Note this as well. Daniel 7 verses 25-27 tells us, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion, to consume and to destroy it unto the end. And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." Want more information about the books of Prophecy? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: "I stayed until the end." Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe, and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage us to continue bringing to you more insightful videos. Do not miss out on our future videos. All I am asking is your subscription. Thank you for joining me today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's love.